Something I've been hearing a lot recently from clients is that folks have been feeling really low energy, really fatigued, really like it's hard to get moving, like it's hard to think clearly. And I've been hearing this from clients who feel like they're doing everything right, feel like they're taking good care of their diet, their lifestyle, they're doing all the things that they should be doing, and they're still feeling low energy. So I wanted to hop on here and talk about energy and what energy is, because I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about how energy works and where energy comes from. Because if you ask people, where does energy come from? People might say from good food or from sleep. And yet we still, I think most of us have had the experience or have seen people who eat plenty of food, who get plenty of sleep, and who are still lethargic and tired and have low energy. So the one way you could think about energy or life force is you could think of it as water flowing through a pipe. And sometimes this life force, this energy shows up as an expansive feeling. It shows up as joy, as creativity, as excitement, as love. And when we feel that, most of us want more of that. We want to like turn up the water pressure, like send more of that through. That's fine. It's great. But sometimes, a lot of the times, life force shows up as grief, as pain, as anger, as kind of more of a contracted feeling. And most of us have kind of learned in one way or another that we don't want that feeling. We don't want to experience that ache, the sense of longing even that's at the root of a lot of that, or that sadness, that pain. And so we try to close the valve in the pipe. We try to block it off because we don't want to feel that. We don't want to experience that. It's uncomfortable. The issue is that there's just one pipe. There's just one flow. There's just one source of life force. And so when we try to put a damper on it, when we try to shut off that pipe because there's discomfort, we're also shutting off those feelings of joy and expansion and just this sense of intimacy with life. When we try to turn off some of it, we end up turning off all of it, unintentionally. And I see this happen a lot. I've experienced it, of not wanting to go into the depths of pain, and so we just kind of distract ourselves. We find a way to make it all just feel less intense, to make it feel more manageable. And sometimes that can be very wise, right? Like if we've experienced something traumatic, often it's because we don't actually have the capacity to experience that pain or that discomfort or whatever else it is. So it can be wise to put a damper on things. But the consequence of that is that now our overall energy levels are also lower. And so I believe, and I've experienced, that there is kind of an infinite energy source that we are connected to and have access to. And you can call that the Tao, or God, or the universe, or cosmic radiation. It doesn't matter too much. But there is this infinite well that we can tap into. And so if you find yourself feeling low energy, it might be useful to explore, what is it that you're avoiding feeling? What is it that you're trying to shut down and avoid? And in order to do that, it usually requires really slowing down, really giving yourself space and silence, which is becoming more and more of a rare commodity these days when it's so easy to just constantly be distracted. But if you want more energy in your life, taking the time to slow down, finding someone who can hold that space for you, that's been so useful for me, for other people, to really hold a sense of safety and connection and resource that you can start to tap into the things you've been avoiding. And as you do that, the more you can feel, allow the difficult feelings to kind of flow through, you start to open that pipe, that energy channel back up, and you start to get access to not just the depths of your pain, but also the heights of your joy, the great expanse of your natural inherent creativity, your capacity for connection. All of that starts to open up. So I hope you can find the space, the silence, the connection, the relationships that can help you to start to open up those channels and start to get back some of that energy that is already here waiting for you.